Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer called President Trump's 60-day pause on some legal immigration a phony immigration ban as he and other top Democrats pleaded Tuesday for the government to automatically renew work permits for illegal immigrant dreamers amid the crisis. Democrats are seizing on the crisis to argue that 200,000 dreamers here under the Obama-era Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals deportation amnesty, as well as 130,000 other migrants here under Special Temporary Protected Status, have proved their worth as essential workers. Both categories are working on temporary renewable work permits, and the Democrats said the government must make sure those permits won't run out, leaving both the immigrants and the country in the lurch. Senator Richard Durbin, Illinois Democrat, who joined Schumer on a conference call said, "What do you think a health crisis without immigrants looks like?" They were joined by TPS and Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals recipients who said they are doing their part and who pleaded for immediate protections and asked Congress to step in if the administration won't. Jose Aguiluz, a Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals holder who is on furlough from his emergency room nurse job and is instead volunteering at a virus drive-through testing site in the Washington metropolitan region. He said, "My patients don't care about my immigration status, they care about the high quality of care that I am providing." Democrats tried to insist on language in previous bills extending federal assistance to illegal immigrants, and have previously announced legislation to renew hundreds of thousands of work permits that would expire in the next year. Neither option has gained traction on Capitol Hill, but Mr. Schumer said stories like Mr. Aguiluz's could change minds. Still, Mr. Schumer had harsh words for the White House, blasting President Trump's moves to restrict legal immigration with his 60-day pause. The president says those new immigrants would compete with Americans for jobs amid a rough economy. Schumer called the pause a phony immigration ban and said it was an attempt to distract from President Trump's handling of the virus. The New York Democrat said, "He uses immigrants as scapegoats." New White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany ripped House Speaker Nancy Pelosi Monday, blaming her for recent layoffs. McEnany targeted the Speaker over her hesitation to replenish the Paycheck Protection Program, a popular program used to approve loans to small businesses forced to close due to this global crisis. McEnany said during an appearance on Fox News, "I would note the Paycheck Protection Program, which was just replenished, that funding starts again today, so small business owners across the country will get a chance to get that money to pay their workers. It should have been here a week ago, but unfortunately Nancy Pelosi delayed this." McEnany continued to criticize Pelosi, ripping her over an appearance on a late-night television program earlier this month, where the speaker showed off her collection of ice cream. McEnany said, "She was out on late-night television. She was out eating ice cream, as literally people were being potentially laid off or worried about their paycheck. You know, Nancy Pelosi, she won't lay off the ice cream, but she's just fine with laying off America's workers, and that's a shame." Pelosi has come under fire since showing off her ice cream collection, with President Donald Trump's campaign running an advertisement intended to portray the speaker as out of touch. Trump campaign manager Brad Parscale said on Twitter last week, "Americans are losing their jobs since the virus rocked the economy. Nancy Pelosi blocks funding for people to keep getting paychecks. But she's got a $24,000 fridge full of ice cream, so she's cool." Over 26 million Americans have filed for unemployment over the past month as the global crisis has largely shut down the U.S. economy.